guys, this is Ms. Mendoza. Today we're going to complete digital lesson number 4. Today we're going to be talking about multiplication and division problem solving. Let's go ahead and get started. For this lesson, you're going to need 2 to 3 sheets of paper, a pencil, and a multiplication chart. You should have already used grid paper to make your own multiplication chart. I'm going to start off by telling you about 2 students. This is Marty. He calls himself Marty the Smarty because he thinks he is the perfect math student. He says, I am so great at doing math problems. I don't read the problems because I know what the problem is about without even looking at the words. I finish first because I circle all the numbers in the problem without reading. When I am confused, I just copy the student sitting next to me. I don't write or think of a plan when solving math problems because plans are for losers. I am now going to tell you about Benny. This is Benny. He doesn't think he's better than anyone else. He knows that he is not perfect, and he's okay with that. When solving math problems, Benny reads the word problems before he circles any words or numbers. Analyzes the question, then circles only numbers and words that are needed to solve the problem. When he is confused, he rereads the problem and analyzes answer choices if given. Always writes his plan so he doesn't forget any steps when solving problems. So my next question to you is, would you rather be Marty or Benny? I can tell you as a math teacher, I'd rather have Bennys in my classrooms. These are the problem solving steps that I want you to follow when, of course, solving any word problem. Number 1, you must read the word problem. Don't just read keywords. Number 2, underline and understand the main idea. Ask yourself, what is this problem discussing? What is this problem talking about? Circle keywords and numbers. Scratch out any extra information that you do not need. Analyze the question and answer choices. You need to really understand what is the question asking you to do. Number 5, make a plan and write down your plan. It is really important for you to write down your plan. That way you don't forget any steps. Number 6, solve. So actually do the computations. Do you have to multiply? Do you have to divide? Go ahead and do those computations. Your learning objective. Today I will solve problems involving multiplication and division. Before we start our lesson, let's review buzzwords that can be used when we are having trouble solving a problem. Remember guys, we only use these words when we are really confused and we have no other options. Buzzwords for multiplication include product, times as much, twice as much, each, every, and per. Buzzwords for division include quotient, same number, equal groups, share, half, and equally share. Can you think of any other buzzwords? Direct instruction. Watch and listen as I solve problems involving multiplication and division. And remember, please be a Benny. Practice number 1. A pet shop has 128 iguanas. They can fit 9 iguanas in one tank. How many tanks does the pet shop need to put away all the iguanas? I see that this problem wants me to determine how many tanks are needed to put away a certain number of iguanas. I know that the pet shop has 128 iguanas, and I know they're going to make groups of 9 because they're going to put 9 iguanas in one tank. So I know I'm going to make groups, so I know I'm going to divide. But the problem wants me to put away all the iguanas. So I know I cannot have any iguanas left out of the tank. So if I have a remainder, I know I'm going to need one more tank. I know there's 128 iguanas, and I know they can fit 9 iguanas in one tank. Once again, my plan is to divide. So I'm going to go ahead and divide 128 by 9, and that gives me 14 and the remainder of 2. I know those 2 iguanas cannot be left out of a tank, so I'm going to need one more tank. So 14 tanks plus one more tank equals 15. So the pet shop will need 15 tanks. Practice number 2. Jason had 4 boxes of comic books. Each box had 52 comic books. He sold each comic book for $8. How much money did Jason make from selling his comic books? I see that this problem wants me to determine how much money Jason made from selling the comic books. I know he had 4 boxes of comic books, and I know each box had 52 comic books. So to find out how many comic books he had, I have to multiply 4 by 52. And I know he sold each comic book for $8. So after I determine how much comic books he has, I'm going to take that number and I'm going to multiply it by 8. Because, once again, he sold each comic book for $8. So my plan here is to multiply, then multiply. I'm going to go ahead and make a T-chart so that I remember to complete all steps. Step 1 is to multiply. Step 2 is to multiply. First, I'm going to multiply 52 times 4. That gives me 208. Then I'm going to multiply the 208 comic books by $8 because he sold each one by 8. 208 times 8 equals 1,664. So Jason made $1,664 from selling the comic books. Wow, that is a lot of money he made. Practice. It is now time to solve multiplication and division problems together. Get a sheet of paper, write your name, date, and title. I will give you 30 seconds to get your paper ready. Go! You will have 1 minute to solve each problem. If you need more time to solve a problem, hit the pause button. Guided practice number 1. During a school soccer competition, 192 students were placed in 6 equal groups. How many students were placed in each group? You have 1 minute to solve the problem on your own first. Go! I see that this Soccer competition had 192 students. And I know they were placed in 6 equal groups. So I know we're making groups. So when we make groups, we divide. So for this problem, our plan is to divide. I'm going to divide 192 by 6, and that gives me 32. So there's going to be 32 students in each group. C. Guided practice number 2. Ms. Roberts purchased 14 boxes of pencils. Each box had 26 pencils. She gave 4 groups the same number of pencils. How many pencils did she give each group? You have 1 minute to solve this problem. Go! The problem is asking me to determine how many pencils Ms. Roberts gave each group. I know she had 14 boxes of pencils. I know each box had 26 pencils. So first, I have to determine how many pencils she had. In order to do this, I have to multiply 14 by 26. Then I know she gave 4 groups the same number of pencils. So I know she took this number of pencils and she split them up into groups of 4. So after I multiply, I have to divide. So my plan here is to multiply, then divide. You should have made your T-chart. Step 1, multiply. Step 2, divide. 14 times 26 is 364. And 364 divided by 4 is 91. So each group got 91 pencils. C. Guided practice number 3. Tickets to a haunted house cost $24 each. On Friday night, the haunted house sold 86 tickets. How much money did the haunted house make on Friday night? You have 1 minute to solve this problem on your own first. Go! The problem is asking me to determine how much money the haunted house made on Friday night. I know each ticket cost $24. I know that on Friday night, the haunted house sold 86 tickets. So in order to determine how much money was made, I know I have to multiply those $24 by 86. So my plan here is to multiply. 24 times 86 is 2,064. So the haunted house made $2,064 on Friday night. D. It is now time to solve 8 multiplication and division problems on your own. Get a sheet of paper, write your name, date, and title. I will give you 30 seconds to get your paper ready. Go! You will have 1 minute to 2 minutes to solve each problem. If you need more time to solve a problem, hit the pause button. Number 1. Eden had a collection of 348 gel pens. She placed the same number of gel pens in 6 bags. How many gel pens did Eden place in each bag? You have 1 minute to complete the problem. Go! Number 2. Jennifer filled 24 Easter baskets with eggs. Each basket had 39 eggs. How many eggs did Jennifer use to fill the Easter baskets? You have 1 minute to solve this problem. Go! Number 3. An art teacher ordered 12 boxes of paintbrushes. Each box had 28 paintbrushes. He placed an equal number of paintbrushes in 4 jars. How many paintbrushes were placed in each jar? You have 2 minutes to complete this problem. Go! Number 4. There are 32 members in a nature club. Each member sold 16 boxes of chocolate bars. Each box had 8 chocolate bars. How many chocolate bars were sold by the nature club? You have 2 minutes to complete this problem. Go! Number 5. Justin had 395 popsicle sticks. He used the same number of popsicle sticks to make 5 houses. How many popsicle sticks did Justin use to make each house? You have 1 minute to solve this problem. Go! Number 6. Teresa made 274 cupcakes to sell. She can fit 8 cupcakes in each box. How many boxes does Teresa need to put away all the cupcakes? You have 1 minute to solve this problem. Go! Number 7. A baker at a bakery baked 16 batches of donuts. Each batch had 18 donuts. He placed the same number of donuts in 8 shelves. How many donuts did the baker place in each shelf? You have 2 minutes to complete this problem. Go! Number 8. A pet shop has 36 puppies. During the week, each puppy eats 18 pounds of dog food. How many pounds of dog food do the puppies eat during the week? You have 1 minute to complete this problem. Go! Congratulations, you have just completed digital lesson number 4. Be sure to send me a picture by text of your completed work. Remember, this is how I get your grade. Be sure to give your completed work to your parents. Another reminder, every time I get a picture of your completed work, I add a treat to your digital learning goodie bag. The more pictures I get, the more treats you get. Want to add more treats to your bag? Log on to Boom or Splash Mat and complete the assignments. Until next time, see you later, guys. Bye!